So what I'm doing here is I'm just making this bit of the building go over the path, because it is what it looks like. And then I was just trying to struggle here. I was struggling here because I just tried to find the right kind of roof to go up there. It's like a metal clad kind of roof, and then I just find it, and then it just works. This one's just like too big, so I just find another one that works. And this corrugated iron just works really nicely. May be a bit different to what it actually is. Just, it is what it is. And then I realise, because I'm not going to fit a roof on like that, I'm going to struggle. I have to move the tiles and make it stretch over the path a lot more. Then we can put a roof on it, which then gives me a problem of the roof actually having a problem when I'm putting the roof on. So I'm going to find the roof again, and the sides are fine. Try and put this bit on, just didn't work. So I just find these ridge caps. They may look a bit junky, but it just works. And yeah, so that bit's done. Now I'm adding the details. So I'm putting on a gutter, and then realising that the wall wasn't finished, so I'm going back to that. And then the gutter, I don't know why I was trying to align it with like the roof itself when I could just try to align it with the wall. And then I align the little shoe end, and then I just wanted to just finish this build really, and I did. This building looks quite accurate, other than that it's meant to be a toilet. I put in a staff tickets, like an info, which is probably meant to be in the other building what I'm about to build. So I have to put the toilet somewhere else now. So here I'm just putting in the caps and the corner, and then I'm putting in the downpipes. So the downpipe is actually just trying to align it up, because this game actually has weather effects, and it is nice to see these gutters actually fill up, which is quite satisfying. So now what I'm doing is adding these kind of beamed windows, where you just look out and they're just they're there and they're thin. They just didn't work, so I just found these ones which were a lot better to use. And then I found these windows for down here, because they look like that in a sense. And then I just struggled to do it really. These windows are slightly different, I guess, but you'll see on the other building in a minute that I actually use a better window to use. It just annoys me, so I'll probably have to go back and do it. So now I'm adding these support beams will go underneath the hangover of the little roof, and then I'm adding these flowers, what are meant to be hanging, which for some reason I didn't finish. So now I have to go back to do that as well. There's quite a lot of unfinished stuff to do in this park. It's only episode 1 already failing to 1, talk, and 2, get everything right. Now I'm using these pieces to build a panel. This is where the toilets would have been. This would have been stretched out, and then the toilets would have been around the other side of it, which I just didn't add. I'll probably have to update it at some point, or just keep it like that and have my own toilet building somewhere. So there goes off with the realism. So now I'm just trying to make everything fit, and then what I do here is I wanted to make it look like there's a white border around it. So what I do first off is try and add all the other stuff in, before I put in the white border, and then I just change everything mid through. So I put park closes up, I think at 5 PM, yeah, that's it. And then I'm putting in this little one because I wanted it to look like it's coming out of it like a little notice board or something. And then there's the white background I was talking about. There's that one, and then you have to update these and then just stretch these back into place. And then I make this one where it's like the tickets, which there is tickets on this one, so it didn't surprise me why I thought this was the ticket building. So I'm just I think children go free, that's it. And then I have £15 for adults, which I think that's a pretty cheap compared to actual admission. I think it's a bit cheaper than it is. It's not far off, I don't think. Then I'm just adding more details. So around here there's planters what will line up with the entrance of the plaza and the car park, and just stretching these across the space and then painting them red and blue, which is their colours. And then I have these I put these topology in because it looks like there's bunnies, which I couldn't really recreate other than trying to like make bunny ears, which I don't think I did too bad with, really. You got the bunny ears kind of represented here. The only problem I had with these is there's more foliage hanging like on the edge of them, and I just couldn't recreate them at all. So I just had to end up putting foliage alongside these topology hedges. So what I'm trying to do here is find like some small flowers and just got the wild garlic plants while in the game, because they kind of looked like what they were, just didn't fit there. So I just put them in to the plant pots with them, and then just filling in the path. And then now I think I'm about to build like a horse. There's a horse in the entrance, and it's kind of creepy in a weird way. It's not like overly creepy, but when you like look face to face with it, it kind of looks uncanny. I got this off the workshop because I just couldn't build a horse whatsoever. I just didn't know how to really. So I had all these like moving props. Like I think it's a moving horse. So now I'm just like putting in the fences what's around it, because the horse actually stands on a looks like one of those artificial football pitches, which I don't think we have in the game. So I just think I've replaced them with topology hedges and just turned them on their side. So I'm just trying to delete these as much as I can. Then I'll flip that over, and then I'll just fill in the space really, and then just neaten up any bits what just feel like they're going over. Sorry. Anyway, the horse is kind of done. Now I'm adding this sign, which has some information on, but I just couldn't recreate it in the game. So I slapped a billboard in with King Coaster, I think. Is it King Coaster? Yeah, it's King Coaster. He's in the park somewhere. Now it's for the entrance building itself. So it's the same wooden structure as the other one. And at first, I kind of built it like this. How in the centre of these bits, it's like a little extra wall. And I couldn't see if it was connected to it at all, or was just there to be the gates what are on the front. Because this is a small park, and it wouldn't really use these like entrance gates that you see at like Alton Towers or all the big parks, or especially what's in this game. They'll just let you walk in and there'll be people checking you and all this. So I just replaced what I tried with these walls, because I just didn't know why I didn't go for the walls in the first place. And then I'll go for this roof and just recolouring it to what it looks like on the photos, and that's all it is. It's not really that like luxury or anything. It's just like a little box shed kind of entrance. It's got a few detail on it, but other than that, it's missing a gutter. I'll get to that. Now I'm adding this planter, which is in the corner. It's rectangular like this one, but it's red and it's wooden. And I thought, oh, I can't remake it then. But I thought, use my brain. So I just used these planks, coloured it red, and just put them around the two sides. From afar, it actually works. And just putting in these plants here now, and just starting on to get really nicely here. And yeah, so now I'm just like duplicating these through, and they just work. They do. And yeah, so I'm now adding this window, which at first I just didn't know which window to put in, and then I just put these in, and they're just a lot better than the windows I used before. So I'll have to go again around the building that I built before this, just add them in. So now I'm adding like this. Do you know those warning signs where they're not like warning signs, just they have like information on them, and then they sometimes have that warning rectangle or triangle even. I don't know why I called it a rectangle. You have that one, and then there's like a blue circle on here as well, which I didn't put on here. I put a first aid badge on here, and then now I'm adding the entrance sign, and it just works. It's just like it hangs on the edge of the roof. And here it's meant to be like a kind of badge looking. I just don't know why I made it look blocky, but it's just like gives you a little teaser of the park, just like release the hero in you, and it just fits really nicely with the park itself. And then I did an actual sign for the Twinlakes park. And I tried to do it as best as I could. Tried to make it this way of that I'm adding a shadow behind it, and then I'm changing the fonts, trying to find one that actually fits really nicely. And then this one, I don't know why I kept on changing the fonts until the one I actually found. And then I think I deleted one of them and actually just like duplicate it and just put it in the back and just make it grow. Because for a while I was struggling with this. Maybe for you it just doesn't look long at all. So now I'm that bit's done. Now I'm adding, it looks like a roller coaster track for me, what goes over the top of the entrance sign. Anyway, it doesn't go over the top. It's like, it isn't a roller coaster track what goes over the top. It's just like this design on it. It's nice. So yeah, just trying to make it simplistic as well, for some reason. It has this loop about around here, and I struggled really with this. This took me quite a bit actually, this bit. Just a whole billboard, the whole sign itself. And then just making the loop here, goes between the I and the N. And the W as well. But from afar it just looks kind of like a wave, and also it doesn't look like a track at all, but it's what I made. It works. It looks like it does in the park, I guess, with a kind of a little difference, I guess. And then I was just like I wanted to put a flick at the end, so I just put the flick in there, and that was the sign. Now I'm starting this path bit here, and I kind of have a problem with because the path goes down into like a gradual hill, and it just doesn't work at first. I put this little hole in, and you're just going to watch the clip replay in a minute. I don't know why I've done that, but you see, it just replays. Anyway, so you're just gonna watch me fail again, I guess. This just doesn't work at all, and it just, when I put in the path, the path looks too unusual, and it just doesn't look like anything like the path actually does in the reference photos. So now I'm actually testing the path now, and it just doesn't look right. It just looks blocky. It just looks too wide. And then I'm going again with, I need to make the terrain flat, and then I'll just smooth out all the terrain before I redo the path, because the path actually now is kind of floating, because the path is like meant to snap to terrain, but now I've removed the terrain, it's floating. So now I just have to make it better, and I do. Just make it actually a lot better, because that just looked really janky. So now I'm going into this, and that's what I tried. It didn't really work. It looks a lot better, but it's probably gone over the final version. But with the final version, it looks a lot more better, because I can fit more things in between the two paths. So now I'm going to do the paths again, and I'm just trying to make it as accurate as possible here. Maybe a bit longer than intended to be. And then I add all the paths and not paths, fences even. I add all the fences. We'll go around it. Twinlakes do it really nice with this bit and the overall theming when it comes to events. So when they come to like Halloween, they have their scare mazes. They have all like the Halloween area what opens during like Scarefest, which is really nice. But for me, it's all like the pumpkin decorations, or when it was like recently with Easter, they had like all the Easter eggs and all like the bunnies. Just it fits to the atmosphere really. So what I decided to do here is, once I've done all these fences, I put in all the foliage. I then go and try and look for pumpkins, which I don't think there was any pumpkins in the game when I was searching for them. So now I'm putting in all the foliage, which they're meant to be like sparse. It's not meant to be like a jungle or anything. So I'm putting these ones in, and then putting these bushes in to give it more colour. And then I think I'll try and look for pumpkins here. Yeah, that's it. I look for pumpkins. They don't have any. So I have to go onto the Frontier Workshop. And I'm going to put in the creators who made these, because these pumpkins are actually not bad at all. They just helped me through this bit, because I wanted to put pumpkins in there. Although it's nowhere near Halloween at all. I think it just looks nice with the ornamental, not ornamental, because it's that same period of the year. But now I'm just adding all these trees and just making it look like that. And then for some reason, at the start, there was just meant to be me making the roads, making this car park. It's a gravel car park, because in the UK we don't actually we have a lot of gravel car parks. We don't have a lot of like those tarmac car park like you get in the US for theme parks. And what I've done there is I put the buses, which are the spawners in this case, with some invisible paths, what just lead on to this path here, and it just works. I haven't tested it with people yet, because there's no people in the park, but I don't think it should be that problematic in the case. So now I'm going over here, because why is that horse moving? It should not be moving. I'll have to sort out for the next video. In this corner, It's just gone off screen again, I think. In this corner, it's meant to be like an escape room. That's not. Now I have to add that as well for when that comes in. Because if you like this video and you're excited to see the next video, then it won't be long. So hope you stick around. See ya!